Hey everyone, and welcome back to What Ifs. And this week's What If, I feel really bad. I wrote your name down, and if I really scrolled all my comments, I could theoretically find your name again, but that would take a while because I just get so many notifications and comments. Um, I can't remember the person who gave me a suggestion. But if you see this video, I'm using your suggestion. So kind of shout out, yeah. Anyway, they asked the question, what if Gohan was raised and trained as a fighter? Now, we know Chi-Chi wanted him to study and be a bookworm, not fight. He didn't want to rely on that. He wanted him to have a normal life and actually, make money and support his family when he has one. But what the question is, what if she was more okay with it? Like, let's say she does still have him do that. Like, you could just has actually have a decent fallback on, or make it as his main living, but his martial arts could be a fallback, something like that. So what if she allowed Goku to train him? So we got to start off basically at near the beginning of Dragon Ball Z. Near the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, not the beginning. Because if he's raising Gohan as a fighter and Goku can sense energy, Goku can easily sense the potential of Gohan. Now, Gohan's roughly about 5 when we get introduced to him in Dragon Ball. I don't see Goku training him from birth as a warrior. However, once he hits maybe like 3 or 4, I could see light sparring. Maybe once 4 and 5, in the 4 and 5, the power level is pretty much, what am I trying to say here? Goku maybe starts going hard at him and Gohan will really start training a bit more. Now, here's the thing. Gohan's power level was in flux, but at base was somewhere in the neighborhood of 724. But as Garrett had said, he thought his scouter was broken, so it kept flickering in and out, so he wasn't certain. Now, with Gohan trained by Goku, legitimately, I fully believe he has like the confidence he has by the end of the Saiyan arc, and he probably has a good time spending time with his dad training. So right off the bat, his base power, that base power of 724, is a very likely scenario just that he still has. As well as I think he is stronger. Now, granted, I imagine Goku wouldn't really start doing anything until he's about 4 years old. And we're assuming Gohan's at least, I think they even said it was his birthday, I believe. If not, it was like somewhere around there. So he had only just turned the year. Let's say around 4. So that's a year worth of training with Goku. Now, Goku's easily the more experienced fighter, so he probably wins a lot of the matches they do, but Gohan is easily almost twice as strong as he is. I imagine by the time Rad shows up, Gohan's actual power is somewhere around 800. It's increased, but not by much, because Gohan's just getting used to the training. Likewise, because Goku actually has someone who's stronger than the train against, we're probably looking at a stronger Goku in the canon than we are, in this than we are in the canon. Now, by how much? I think 600 is a very solid area to put Goku at. It's not like overly ridiculous. Plus, we know how strong Goku can get when he wants to really train, because he was around 260 by the end of Dragon Ball, and by the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, over about 5 years, he was about 412, I believe. So he didn't double his power, but it was like 70% increase with not like hardcore training, but just solid training with no one else to train with someone else to train with and kind of be actually able to push himself. I do completely see in the span of a year him going from that 412 base or max to, and this is without the Kamehameha, to somewhere in the line of 600. So let's say his power suppresses maybe like 450 or something like that. Anyway, they'll go to Kami's place, and everything's good. Then Raditz shows up. Now, Raditz still kidnaps Gohan, but it's not as because he gets him by the tail, I imagine. I think that's what he did with Gohan as well. He gets him by the tail, so Gohan's just and Goku just takes the punch and has to go and save him. Piccolo joins up, and Raditz throws Gohan in the ship. But this Gohan ain't having that. This Gohan breaks the door down and immediately just boom smashes Raditz. What the hell? And because Raditz immediately suddenly picks up on the scout, it's like power level of 800, and it's like, that's the kid, and then boom, boom, boom. Suddenly Gohan's on his ass, and he's taking quite a few hits because he's stunned at this moment. Finally, he regains his composure and just decks Gohan, but Gohan gets back up and just he's standing, he's like, yeah, and then Raditz is like, you're definitely a Saiyan kid. It seems my brother wasn't complete. He says, yeah, it seems he sired quite a little heir, quite a little munchkin, aren't you? And it's like, yeah, but I'd calm down if I were you, otherwise you might get hurt. And then, their fight's gonna break out, and Gohan's gonna be on the disadvantaged side, but he'll still be generally able to hold his own until Goku and Piccolo get there, which they do. Piccolo shows off. He's like 408. That's still canon. Goku's more shows off, and he's about 600. And Rad sees this, and Gohan, Goku, and Piccolo are all now triple teaming Raditz, and Raditz is seriously on the defense. Gohan alone's giving him a handful, probably. Goku is only half as strong as him, but he's still half as strong as him. That gives him a far better chance than that 412. Piccolo is about as Piccolo, but they're still giving him their all. Now I fully believe Goku still dies. I think it's more along the lines that Raditz realizes he's near the edge of he's going to probably be beat, but he's going to take someone out with him, and he's going to say, "I'll make you suffer, Kakarot." And then Piccolo is able to do special beam cannon. Goku gets in the way of for his son, and he dies. He's like, "No!" And goes to King Kai, and we're going to have that. Now, Gohan still goes to train at Piccolo, absolutely, but they go to Chi-Chi first. Because again, this is a Gohan who has no issue with training at this point. This is a Gohan who is very capable of training, very much likes training, and very much wants to go and prepare for the Saiyans. They explain to Chi-Chi. Piccolo pushes like, "Oh, what's he doing? It's okay, Mom. I'm stronger than him anyway. I can kick his ass if I want to." Also, I don't. By the way, I don't think Gohan gets a Zenkai boost. I just don't think he gets his ass kicked enough to warrant a Zenkai boost. Because he's actually was the stronger one. So yeah, Dad's dead, but we'll bring him back. We'll bring him back with the Dragon Balls. But right now we have to prepare. There's two more Saiyans stronger than the one that killed your husband, and we got to prepare for them. And then Chi-Chi reluctantly agrees. But just as long as Gohan's eventually comes back, every now and then, it's like, "Oh, fine, I'll bring him back every now and then." Blah 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 blah. So the train's going to commence for them. Now, all the Z Fighters, their trains goes the same. We'll get to Goku when I get to him showing up. With Gohan, it's going to be different training with Gohan because a lot of the training in the original series was Gohan trying to find confidence with himself. There wasn't a lot of actual straight training for him. Likewise, Piccolo's training on his own. Piccolo was able to get about an 8 times increase on his own, while training Gohan. Now it's just them training. That's completely different. I can see that being a 12 times increase for Piccolo, and probably not a full 12 times for Gohan, because Gohan's stronger than Piccolo in the beginning. So it's going to take him a bit longer to improve than Piccolo. But I can see a full 8, definitely an 8 times power level increase for them. So that would put Gohan roughly, because remember, we have him at around 800. So 8 times 8, 6,400. Piccolo being around, it was actually around 419. You times that by 12, and you get, give me 1 second here, 1 second, doing the math in my head. We're just going to average him out to about 5,000. And so you get them. They're going to show up to the battlefield. They're suppressed, like they said. Those readings are no good now, but they can hide their powers. Let's grow some Cybermen, Vegeta. And that goes down like normal, except this time Gohan doesn't hesitate. And you know what? I think Gohan not hesitating and killing off Cybermen saves Yamcha's ass. Let's assume Yamcha actually lives through this. Now Nappa goes to play, and the couple of the initial guys, they get their asses kicked. However, Piccolo and Gohan immediately go in, and Nappa's on the back end. I was like, my face, my modeling career, you bastard! So they're actually going to push base Nappa back, and actually really hurt him. In fact, I think between Chaozu sacrificing himself, maybe Krillin, I think they may actually kill Nappa before he's able to fully power up. In fact, I'm going to say yes. They kill Nappa before he can fully power up. Because if Nappa fully powered up, they would all be on the losing end of that fight. But I think Chaozu and Yamcha still get axed off. So me saying Yamcha survived didn't mean a lot. I think Tien tries to do a sacrifice play towards Vegeta, but that goes nowhere. Vegeta kind of just bings it aside. So now you're down to Piccolo, you're down to Gohan, you're down to Krillin. And they're all exhausted because now that Vegeta's in the fray, they got no real chance in this scenario. But all of a sudden, they sense Goku, and just hey, Dad's here now. When Goku shows up, why did I bring up Goku? Well, Goku's gonna be a lot stronger in this version than he was in the last version. Remember, he's already got a max power at the moment in base form, about 600. But I believe also he gets a higher multiplier because he makes it to King Kai's faster. Remember, a lot of the year that was spent him traveling to King Kai's. Now that he's stronger, he can make it there quicker. Now, that being said, he took about a 19 times, so we're just going to average out to about a 20 times. Not by much, but I think an even 20 times his base, which would put him at, roughly speaking, 12,000 when he's all powered up. So he shows up, he's probably got a base form about 5,000. Then he powers up fully, and he's just 12,000. It's like, it's like his power. And because of that, I think Goku can now, all his Kaiokins, his multipliers, he can handle about 1 up. So he could only handle actually a double without really getting hurt in the cannon. Now he can handle, a triple. And likewise, he can go from 4 to 5 now. Now, does Piccolo survive? Yes. I think, no, actually, I take it back. I was saying no. I'm going to say no. No, because I think he still, goes to protect Gohan and all that because, Vegeta's owning him. And I think he just barely dies. It barely makes it. So it's still down to Gohan and Krillin in this. But, Goku shows up, gives him the Senzu with a Zenkai boost. That puts Gohan's 640. If we're going by a base Zenkai, about 25%. That would mean that you're looking at somewhere in the realm of 1,000. No, not 1,000. 1,550. Which would put. We'll round it up. We'll round that up to about 8,000. I believe. Yeah, about 8,000. So that's where we're going to put Gohan when he's now, got a Zenkai boost. But now Goku and Vegeta are going toe-to-toe. And in base form, Goku knows he can't take him. So he does a basic Kaioken, which puts him up to 18,000, which is Vegeta's maximum at this point. And they're going toe-to-toe, base to base. It's even footing. Vegeta's furious and Goku's just like, I need more. It's like, base single Kaioken's are doing it. We'll have to double it then. And then going double Kaioken just completely owns Vegeta. So now Vegeta's like, fuck this, screw your planet. It's like, yeah, that's not very nice. Of course not. I'm fucking evil. Oh boy. And then the beam struggle happens. Goku decides to go all the way, does the triple, and that completely just owns Vegeta. Just no. It's like, I see. Well, Kakarot. It's like, I'm about to show you my giant monkey transformation. That and now, okay, and that whole shtick goes about the same as in the anime or in the canon. So we're gonna fast forward now to them basically reaching Namek. Let's just get to that. That whole scene's gonna play out about the same up until Gohan gets his energy, his hidden potential unlocked. Krillin had a hidden potential release of 8 times his base, which was about he was 15. Crap. No, was it 8 times? I'm pretty certain it was 8 times. 10. Yeah, it was 8 times. Because he was about 13,000, I believe. And they went up to 14. So, yeah, that was I always make sure that it was 8 times. Gohan would likely get the same. Remember, though, that Gohan... Oh, by the way, Gohan gets another Zenkai boost, which would put him probably at around 10,000. So now you get an 8 times boost on Gohan at 10,000, and you're looking at about 80,000. Gohan ain't no one's fool now, son. It's like, don't stop me now, I'm having sex. It's like, and then Vegeta just sent him, so when Vegeta shows up, he senses Gohan, it's like, it's like, yeah, now I'm a lot stronger than you. It's like, well, crap. It's like, he's even stronger than all the Ginyu Force. Except Ginyu himself, but we don't have to tell him that yet. So anyway, point being, is that, and actually give me 1 second, I'm doing some math real quick in my head here. Okay, just want to get that number down. I'll get to that number a little bit, because we're ending this on the Namek arc for part 1. After the Frieza arc, I should say. So, they show up, and the Ginyu Force show up. It's like, we gotta get the Dragon Balls. It's like, hi Vegeta, have that, and they fuck off. So now it's Guldo, and they kill Guldo fine. Recoome shows up. Vegeta tries taking on Recoome, and nothing. Krillin takes on Recoome, nothing. But Gohan wastes Recoome, and Gohan pretty much decimates the Ginyu Force. But like Goku, I think he lets Jason Burger live, because I think they head off before Goku even shows up. Now Goku shows up and sees that everyone's kind of beat up except for Gohan. He senses just how powerful Gohan's gun. He's like, whoa, son, I'm really proud of you, son. It's like, what? When we get home, we're gonna fight something fierce. And he's just like, yay! Going just like his dad's like, yay! So anyway, now Goku, after getting a Zenkai boost, he would probably be somewhere in the neighborhood of, give or take, ooh, if we'll go by a 30%. So, well, actually, no, if we go by a quarter, then it would be about, he'd be about 15,000. Let's say that. Now, I go by the standpoint that, and again, I don't go by that 10,000 for the Tree of Might, because they reached the pamphlet for Palace. Goku's at 10,000. But that's not canon. The movies aren't canon, so you can't count that. So I go by it was 9,000, and he got a 10 times boost. That would put but now he's at 50,000. He can train a bit longer and harder in the hyperbolic time chamber, in the gravity chamber. So instead of the 150,000, I'll go one more. I'll give it 11 times and 165,000 for his base. So yeah, he shows up, and getting yourself says, I see. So this is the guys. Actually, yes, it was the kid. It's like, seriously, Jace, really? It's like, whatever. Anyway, let's get a scattering and Goku suppressing his power. Gohan's not so much, and Gohan's probably now up to about like 90,000, let's say, because their power grows throughout their inner energy unlocking or potential unlocking. Now, the same shtick happens. Goku's still vastly stronger at this point. So, same thing happened with Ginyu that takes his body, so forth and so on. Now, by the time base form Frieza shows up, I don't think his full potential has been completely unlocked, but I think he is more than he's at least Frieza's level base form. So Vegeta, him, and Krillin, they're all standing the guard, and Gohan and Vegeta are really hammering into Frieza, but Frieza just mocks them and then goes to his second form. Now with Gohan's full power unlocked at this point, because Gohan took about a full 133 times increase when it was all said and done. So that would put him from 10,000 at 1.3 million. That puts him stronger, and then Piccolo shows up, and now they're getting up on him, and Frieza's getting his ass handed to him. I don't think they would kill him, because I think he'd go into third form before they could fully manage to kill him, and then he would overwhelm them. But between a 1.3 million Gohan and probably Piccolo somewhere in the neighborhood of around 1 million, maybe a little above, then they'd be able to still hold their own. Then once Final Form Frieza shows up, then they're screwed. Gohan would probably get one Zenkai boost from Dende, which might even amount to about 2 million, I'd say. We're doing the math real quick on that. Let's just say 2 million. Let's just make it even numbers. Now, that being said, they're still not, because that would probably put him roughly on the same actual plateau as Vegeta. So they're able to kind of like hold him off, but it's just not enough. And he ends up killing Vegeta. Then Goku shows up. Now Goku got roughly a 33 times boost in the series. I'm gonna say it's not quite that big, but we are still gonna go with roughly a 25 times boost. I want to say. I think that'd be fair. He'd still be stronger than he is in the canon. And if I'm doing my math correctly in my head on that, let's see. Now, times 2 would be 330. So then you just scale that by 10 and 330, and then you add another 5 on that. Okay, he'd be let's just say he's about 4 million, doing the math. So right off the bat, he's stronger than Frieza. Stronger than the Rubens. I'm really proud of you, son. Now it's my turn to deck him in the schnoz. So then their fight's going to go down. Goku's going to hold the edge initially. Then Frieza's going to go out 50%. Goku will handle himself a little better with a Kaioken times 10. And then when he does Kaioken times 20, it's going to overwhelm Frieza. And it's not going to kill him. But I think Frieza loses like his hand or something. I think Frieza's actually disarmed. Just go, you filthy monkey! You filthy monkey! And then just start boom, bashing into him. Goku's still getting his ass kicked a bit because he's still got a tail, so it's kind of like he's got 3 arms. But he's able to, kind of hold him off enough. And then Goku goes super. The whole basic process stays the same. Krillin dies. Spirit Bomb doesn't work. Krillin dies. Super Saiyan. 200 Super Saiyan, I think. He still let Frieza, accidentally destroyed the planet. And then he goes off into space. So we're going to leave it there on Namek. So right now, Gohan is far stronger in the canon now than he was in the canon. Goku is also stronger. Everyone else is about the same. So we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.